apologies if you've been asked this already, but what kind of improvements have you seen from Tawan this summer?
Well, I think the big thing that I'm happy with Tawan is his route detail. You know, as we all know, he's a fast guy, but his intermediate route running, short route running, you know, to go along with the speed has been really positive. I think that's again an important part of his game that he's trying to refine and develop, and it's been positive during camp.
It seems like he was able to put on a little bit of weight over the offseason. Do you think that can help from a durability standpoint, because that's obviously been a bit of an issue for him in his career?
Yeah, I mean, strong football players are a good thing. I mean, you got to be that way, and so he definitely has taken the time and effort to add weight, add strength, and that's helped his game for sure.
How do you see KJ being able to be used in this offense?
KJ is really versatile. He's really intelligent. He's one of our other guys that's been playing multiple positions kind of throughout camp, and he has experience and good savvy from his time in Minnesota. He's a good leader. So I think everything that he brings to the table is like a net positive for us. So there's toughness, there's ball skills. I mean, I could kind of go on and on, but he brings a lot to the table for us. We're happy he's here.
Is he one of those guys you feel like you could use in any of the receiver roles in this system?
Yeah, definitely. And we've been using him in a couple of different roles already, and he's proven more than capable in like a number of opportunities that we've given him in different spots. So he definitely is a guy that's versatile and will give us some real good depth, you know, in certain respects during the season, but he's also going to be playing a lot of snaps for us as well.
How much does he seem to be at the right age, maturity-wise and everything, to kind of be a leader of this group too and relay information and things like that? He seems very comfortable with where he's at in his NFL career.
Yeah, he's a great leader. He's seen a lot of football to this point, and he works at it. He's a great student. Asks a lot of questions, learns from the guys, learns from the coaches. I mean, he's very good that way, and he's brought a really strong presence to the receiver room, again, in terms of leadership, in terms of preparation, in terms of his competitiveness. It's all been very good.
Coach, Javon Baker, obviously super talented young receiver. The thing I've kind of noticed is a lot of the time at the catch point kind of leaving his feet. Is that something that you guys are working on behind the scenes, or is that something maybe as an outsider I'm looking too much into?
Well, I think the thing about Javon that we liked about him coming out, and we like him here, is when the ball's in the air, he'll go attack the ball. And so there are times when, you know, could a guy keep his feet? Does he have to leave his feet? I mean, you know, when they're playing full speed and they're flying around it, sometimes it's hard, you know, to criticize something like, hey, well, you should have kept on your feet on that particular play, again, because he's playing hard and he goes and snatches the ball, and that's what I wanted to see. We always want all of our guys to, as they can, run through the catch and stay on their feet so they can get additional yards, and I know that's something he's aware of and he's working on.
We've seen him just in practice this year, and I guess you'd include the game against the Eagles too. It looked like a tough catch, but hit his hands and ends up incomplete. How do you work with a player who's maybe dealing with some inconsistency when it just comes to catching the football?
Well, I think he's caught the football fine, honestly, throughout the duration of the camp. I think as a young player, for me, what I'm trying to always do is just keep kind of adding and building to their tool kit, so to speak, and not make one play or one practice or anything like that be too influential overall, and just try to just let them just kind of move steadily forward, as I think always my process with a young guy.
How much time do you spend with the young guys? Do you take the rookies aside and do extra time with them at any point, or how does that work with those young guys in particular?
Yeah, we do. So there'll be at different times, like during the week, where I might grab them for an extra 20 minutes or so and just watch maybe just certain clips I want to show them just a second time or a third time, you know, if we feel like that would drive home some fundamental we're trying to implement. So we don't do it necessarily every single day extra, but we certainly spend a lot of time in addition to just our normal meeting time.
Sorry if I'm repetitive, but what have you seen from Jaylen and his growth since you've got him here, and what he's become so far?
Well, Jaylen's done a nice job where we've been able to play him at multiple positions, and we've just continued to throw that at him. It's hard to go from Z to F to X, you know, and he's done a good job just bouncing around and taking the opportunities as they come. So again, I think his mental game has been good, and he's worked on that. And then as far as like his, again, route detail, his fundamentals, he's a guy that has a really good process to the way that he wants to do things. And so I would just say that each day he just kind of finds one little technique to get better at, focuses on that, and then we go on to the next one.
When we see them do the slip and slide, it's a whole new adventure for them. You can see them wiping themselves off,
Right.
all ticked off. What does that do for them mentally, though, getting ready for an NFL season?
Well, it's just fun. I don't know how much it helps us winning games over the long haul, but it's just fun for the guys to do. And kind of, camp can be long, and so it just breaks up the monotony of it and gives something fun for everybody to participate in.
What are you seeing from Kendrick behind the scenes as he's working his way back here?
Yeah, so Kendrick, good leader, really encouraging to the young guys. When we're in the meeting room, he'll throw out an insight here or there to help the players, and it's all been really good. I think the guys, as we watch film from previous years, they see him, they respect his game, they respect what he's done, and he has really good, I would say, insight again that he can provide for the guys in the room that they'd be smart to listen to.
This might be a
Two more
stupid question,
questions for
but
Tyler.
we've heard a little bit about the virtual reality that the quarterbacks can use to kind of steal reps.
Right.
Have they developed anything for receivers to be able to use, even when it comes to aligning, or how to, see safeties in real time moving and how
Right.
that might impact them? Is there anything like that for those guys yet?
I think they're working on it down the line.
Oh, really?
It's nothing.
Okay.
It's nothing that we've really talked about in too much detail. We'll see how that looks like in the future, but I do think they're doing some kind of testing on it.
So I should try to trademark that quickly.
You might want to.
should get on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you might want to.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tyler.
Thanks a lot.